be going
pretty much going live, yeah.
Yeah, straight into the pistol. Apparently we've missed a couple of kills. Seems like it's already in the favour of Astralis. Going to be in a 3 versus 1 already. Apologies for that, but regardless, let's carry on. We still got, you know, a good 30 rounds to get through anyway, so I'm sure we can just miss the beginning of one. But either way, Shock stuck in this 1 versus 3. He's going to be finished off only by Karrigan, and that'll be the first round going to Astralis.
First round. I think that's the first time Astralis actually picked up the first pistol round.
Yeah, they seem to, at least on the last
on both maps they actually lost the first pistol and then came back to 3-3, I believe.
Yeah, each time actually they've done that, so that's a good change to see. Maybe points towards good things, and we are going to see, obviously G2 didn't get the bomb down there, so they are going to be going for the force by a couple of Eagles and some Tech 9s and getting a replay. Oh, this is good, yeah, because we missed the round. Okay, cool. So Zipex picking up a double kill.
Oh, wow.
That was very
that was twice actually, the third one. Yeah,
I thought it was him, yeah.
But he did get 3 kills in the end, Zipex, so...
Yeah, so again, we didn't really miss too much of a pistol. G2, again, trying to file a few players out squeaky. I'm not sure if I agree with that, because obviously the highway position is great. But look at his flash array main. Zipex's going to peak with it. He will go down to Smith, though, and now Astralis have lost a man, but he's got so much equipment to work with. This should be okay, and still... These Tech 9s can be pretty brutal over on Cache, because Cache is a map where, you know, obviously a lot of the angles are close range. You do play a lot of tight corners, especially towards checkers. You know, you can just wheedle your way around the big site. So Tech 9s are very useful for getting onto both B and A, in fact. But it seems like G2 have got this first frag, and they're just playing for the default. So they've basically split throughout the map. They're finally going to back off both their players off of A and join them over towards B, which I think is the right call. They're going to let Astralis rotate the mid player over towards A, so they haven't got the fast rotate onto B, and they only have to deal with 2 players, and they will be committing to this push. dupreeh going to be holding from the B site here. He's got some support, some CT spawn. I'm not sure if he's an upper as well. And here we go. The push will be initiated. Scream coming in after that. dupreeh's going to hold this off, but RPK is going to finish him off now, and Scream is still alive on the site. Shock's also getting a 1 dig onto Cage, and now the 2 players remain for Astralis, and a very nice round of G2 put together. Not even getting a single kill so far on Astralis. The device going with the right call and going to save this rifle as well. So low HP on a couple of the G2 players. Like they might go down with a bomb, but at the end of the day, they just want to force buy in the second round, so that's very good for them.
I really disagree with the play that that we just saw in the A main. Actually, we saw Zipex getting flashed into A main, which is not a great idea against Tech 9s, just because of the box that we saw in the team main. Let's see if Device actually ends up saving this, because he actually could. If he kills Existence here, RPK's on the way
we hit double peak regardless, and Existence for that balance will come out on top. So round again going to G2.
Back to the point, we saw Zipex getting flashed into main, but because of that box that is there, it's so easy to really not get flashed in that position. So going aggressively against Tech 9s, I don't think that's a great idea. So they actually lost the first pick, and that meant they had to stack 2 people on A, 2 people on B, and the second guy on B was actually on CT, and he was smoked off for the most part. So that was the biggest problem from Astralis for me.
Yeah, but again, 3 Deagles coming out from Astralis. 4 actually, just Karrigan with his P250 here, and the rest of them just going to be up on the Deagles. No armor, of course. They are going to be going for some kind of quasi-buy here. So G2 instead, obviously, going to be rocking all these rifles that they saved from the previous round. It's strange how Astralis bought up 3 rifles and still managed to lose the round. I didn't find that to be likely, and RPK is going to be taking out dupreeh again. So putting themselves into a fair situation, 4 versus 4, trying to the side. As you mentioned with the people earlier, you don't have the first shot. Basically, scoring occasionally will come into that exact problem there. That single first shot, and therefore being completely screwed. Twice, going to get a wall back. Just push straight into checkers. This is actually going well. Karrigan's going to land another shot, and only Shocks and Existence are left alive on the site here, just holding it off. And Shocks is actually got a great flank on. He's going to be taking out Zipex. He can push in. Existence still alive on the site is going to go down, leaving just Shocks alone in a 1 versus 2. He's going to pick up the first one for cajunb, but the device running straight towards him, and Shocks is also going to hit that up too. So Shocks with a great round there, 4 kills. And a very nice clutch to finish it off again. Only against Eco, but it seemed like Astralis had that round at one point. So
it was actually great to see that G2 kind of had that insurance policy in Shocks and his flanking. That was great to see. He actually got all 4 frags from behind, pretty much. He got that first kill from vents, then dropped down. Just again, great insurance policy coming out of Shocks, pretty much. Even with the rest of the team being screwed, they even had it planted 4 vents, pretty much 4 Shocks to be able to do that. So probably the best possible outcome from T2 right now.
Yeah, and it seems like the push is going to be onto the B site once again. dupreeh actually coming out on top of that engagement. Trade coming out though from RPK, and again, only pistols to work with, really nothing. Karrigan has got a really good position with Squeaky, but wow, Shocks predicts it. He must have heard him pushing there. He will go down, leaving just device over and Resistance going ham as we saw him last map. Going to be finally dropping. That's going to be Zipix to Shocks there. And I wonder if Existence has already got 17 kills. Let's have a look. Where is he? No, 2 and 3. Just a one round. Well, just a one map.
Shocks at 9 kills right now.
Seriously,
in four rounds, 3 rounds.
3 rounds.
Shocks 4 actually
four,
now
yeah,
with that 4K that we saw before. That was a nice shot. It was literally just a headshot plus a body shot. So instant headshot pretty much from Shocks. Really well played.
G2, they're going to be going for a fast A split here, but they've got 3 players off of Squeaky. This is the exact reason they lost the pistol around here, so I'm not sure this is a good decision, but Device as an AWP, if they can take advantage of his position over towards quad, molly it out from A main, force him out of quad there, they could actually take the A site fairly convincingly. You can see only Device is alone on the A site. They have a triple stack towards mid. This is huge. They're going to be rotating a player in. Meanwhile, Device will take out Smith. So that's the first player down, but they still got this Mac 10 on Shocks. That's not going to be great. But he's going to come into a close combat situation, and instead Scream's going to go down as Existence tries to boost himself onto the site. Zipix picks up a double, and now Shocks is alone. Not a great gun for that situation in 1 versus 5. And somehow Astralis, they don't go down at all.
It was super important for Device to actually hit that shot on Smiths.
Yeah.
Had it gone the other way around, it would have been a completely different round. Even if it seems like that Astralis had it in the bag pretty easily, just because Device was able to survive that and be like a nuisance behind quad, that actually made a lot of difference. Because Zipix was able to actually come from highway, get a couple kills, and pretty much win the round for Astralis. So that 1 kill on Smiths was actually super important.
Yeah, but now obviously Smith after purchasing that AWP today, he's back down to the Tech 9 here on the 6th round, sorry. So 4 rifles, 1 Tech 9 versus the hordes of weapons and nades that Astralis have. And the nades, in fact, are going to be going out onto the A site from G2 here. Existence pushing out straight after. Shots will actually find the headshot to Device. That's the AWP out of the hands of the CPs, and Karrigan, meanwhile, does get a trade, but the site is under control of G2 here. Karrigan is still going to be trying to come into the site here, just jumping straight in through the smoke. And, oh, he lands the shot into Existence, so that's the fragger down for G2, but there's still Smith coming up from behind with the Tech 9. He's going to come out on top of that engagement, and now a 2 versus 3 is going to be underway, and the retake has got to hurry up because the bomb is ticking down. Smith still hasn't grabbed a rifle, so I'm not too sure what he's doing just yet, but they still have plenty of time to hold off this bomb here, and cajunb is going to be taking that Scream. So Smith is still in the Tech 9. He wasn't crossing the other side of main there to grab it, and he's just going to be peeking out, trying to bait out a few shots, but again, there's basically no time left on the bomb for him to get the defuse without a kit. He actually just picked up a kit, so we're running to the side, but the mission too hard for him to even do anything. Actually, Smith's missing quite a few shots, but again, the bomb is pretty much done at this point. Smith is just trying to get some $300 and a little one-time to finish off.
And there we see the difference between Device actually surviving and not surviving. He got killed. He basically got entry into the site. And the guy from highway, which was Karrigan this time, I think, got only 1 kill. Zipix was actually able to get 2. But like that makes a whole lot of difference. We actually got to see how different it is when the guy inside actually dies. Device falling down and being pretty much the main factor of Astralis losing that round.
Yeah, but look at the bets. They're very confident towards Astralis at the moment. And for those wondering about the betting, you can of course head over to esportgaming.com, one of our sponsors for the event. And Astralis, yeah, with a lot of bets placed on them at least. It doesn't seem like it's going their way though. We are down on the 3rd map, and G2 already leading. This is a map that favours them slightly due to their play style, so I think this could be a very good day for some betters.
It definitely could. It's I do think it's a little bit too much in favor of Astralis to be fair, but I mean I can see the break.
I can understand, yeah. Of course, you don't know the vetoes when you start betting, so that's obviously a real issue. If they knew that Cash was going to be the final map, I don't imagine it would be a very similar, a similar veto. Sorry.
Pretty much 5v4 actually now for Astralis. So a good start.
They do Eco have, of course, had the advantage. You know, 2 Tech-9s are going to be on G2 here, so they've got some Molotovs to get onto the A side. They're going to be committing here. Shock's trying to get a wall bang, but Astralis picks up. Sorry, Karrigan picks up another kill, and the trade does come through, but it's a 4 versus 3 already in the favour of Astralis now, and they should be able to hold down the site fairly easily. They've got 2 players up on it, and of course, Device is going to be forced out of position, but he can still challenge towards Squeaky against his Tech-9 here, and RPK pushing straight out onto the site will take him down. And actually, his round's gone completely opposite, but Zipnix picks up a double kill, and now it's all in the hands of Shocks. The dupreeh is also going to jump him with one of his own, so Astralis taking a 3rd round on the board, and that was all down to Zipnix again. You know, he really steps up in those times when you need him, and that was a very key double kill. It looked like the round was actually going to G2 after picking up those 2 entries.
Yeah, Device, I didn't understand why he stayed there. It was pretty obvious. Maybe he actually expected Zipex to be a bit more aggressive in sight and be able to cover the guy who actually came around forklift, because that's who he died to. He actually tried to go for the duel with Shocks. We're actually going to get to see Shocks behind Squeaky a lot. He did that against Cloud9 in the first match of the day, and he was there 24/7. We saw Shocks behind Squeaky almost every single round.
G2 actually going for the force buy in. It's interesting. They are going to be going straight towards B zone. dupreeh is going to be at the back of Chicken, so that's such a great position. This is going to peek out. We'll find one going for the second, but Scream is already there with the Tech-9. He's going to shut him down. Cation, meanwhile, on the site, reloading his pistol, getting ready for this battle, but they're still pushing in. A weapon has been grabbed from Scream. He's got a primary. Still needs to check in the reload, I think. I can't quite see his ammo. 2 versus 4 here, and the bomb is down in the centre of the site there, so it's going to be very difficult indeed. And Shocks is going to be the last one alive. 1 versus 3. Peeks out, does find the first one, Device, and now he's got a position where he can easily gather 2 1 versus 1s if he realises a player is coming from behind.
There's actually a player, cajunb, inside, only has 20 HP, so if Shocks actually manages to take him down... Oh, wow, that little gap in that smoke making all the difference. But yeah, if he was able to take down cajunb, it would have been a different situation. He actually had a shot in that 1v2, but not in the cards for G2 there.
Astralis pretty much feeding him 3 1 versus 1s that he could have taken if need be. Because he didn't know there was still a flank on him, so I think even if he took out cajunb, he would have expected the last player to be inside or something. But finally, we're going to see the eco, the much needed eco, come out from G2 here. They've got a Deagle, they've got a Speedy 50s, and they've got some Glocks, as Dazed says.
Glocks.
So, what more can they do? 4 Glocks! And luckily, G2 don't have a manager playing today. No one's going to get these jokes, that's the thing. Either way, seems like they're going to be committing to a boost up here over in mid, or is that into A mid? I can't see just yet. Only 1 player outside of B, and they've obviously got Shocks up towards Squeaky. He's received a bit of damage, but just slow play from G2. They pushed a couple of players up mid. They're going to be going up highway and splitting towards the A site. With this flank, also in B toxic, this is fun because if Astralis get aggressive on B and push up to flank over towards mid after they see the mid control gathered by G2, they will be caught out by whoever's in B toxic.
Look at Shocks, he's still behind Squeaky, even with his team completely around the map. As I said, we will probably see Shocks behind Squeaky quite a lot. And he plays that position super well. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure Astralis know that very well.
Yeah. Shroud also known for playing this position much on Cash. He goes at every round pretty much in their defaults. And Cajun is ready with his Molotov. He throws it behind the smoke. This could be horrible because they wouldn't know. They can't see it. They have to just rush through, and he's going to just drop it over in B mains and fire out 1 versus 1. And there we go. He's going to pick up a double kill. Oh, sorry, dupreeh actually running in there. Device and Zipix. Is it going to be a team ace at this moment? It looks very possible. And Device instead going to take down RPK. So Astralis 5-4 now, and G2 are going to be on their bye.
A much better start from Astralis. After it looked a little bit dire at 4-2, I think it was. So, clawing back in slowly but surely, and it's now up to G2 to come up with some strats, and especially Shocks. I don't think he has been too effective from behind that squeaky door. And we actually see him going there again. Yeah. Look at that. The rest of the team completely on the other side of the map. And actually Karrigan going for that boost.
Yeah, and Scream's going to pick up that first kill anyway, so Karrigan dropping, and now the advantage is in the favour of G2.
This is actually really pretty much the same way we saw G2 playing against Cloud9 as well. We saw Scream watching that boost almost every single round, and Shocks being behind Squeaky. It's literally the same setup that they use most of the time, This is actually very passive from G2. Look at that. Nobody actually has any advanced position, pretty much except for Shocks. But that's a pretty safe position to be in, behind Squeaky.
Yeah. Slow play from G2 though, they're wasting down the time and they don't seem to be gaining anything. You can just see they're just waiting for Astralis to peak, but they're playing so passive that even if Astralis did go some kind of A main peak to try and get some information, they still wouldn't come into contact with them, so I'm not too sure. Finally, they're going to make the elected decision to push Existence out towards mid, trying to split towards Vents. Maybe they do have a B player. Right now, they could split towards A or B through mid, so it's
I'm
good.
pretty sure it's going to be A just because of Shocks here behind Squeaky.
Yeah, it's very likely because they could go towards B. I think it's going to depend on where they find the play.
Oh no, look at that actually. Shocks is just playing distraction.
They're completely going towards B, and look, there's 3 players still kept on the A side. They're going to rotate. Well, finally, they take control of B. dupreeh's going to be taken out Scream, but look, they're just not electing to have that fight. dupreeh's still here in the back of Checkers. They haven't finished him off. It's just like Scream fought him and just ran away. He didn't want to commit to that, and therefore, he's going to get out of the way of that thing. And now, a 2 versus 3 retake is going to be on, but this boost into Vents Existence, they're not going to expect this. He doesn't find the player, though. Zipnex takes him out, and now it's a 2 versus 2, and the retake is on. And the kits on both the Astralis players means they've got plenty of time to work with. They don't have to rush this, and RPK, I'm not sure if he spotted the end of his gun there. RPK is going to peek out, and Zipnex going to take him down, and Device also finishing off Smiths. So that's going to be the round to Astralis. Very unexpected there, 6-4.
Zipnex playing really well. That headshot into Vents was pretty much the round-winning headshot. As well, he was well aware that it had to be one other player that actually boosted Existence into the Vents. So nice awareness from Zipnex for sure. He actually top frags on the server with 12-5 with G2. I don't think anybody from G2 has more than. Oh, actually, Shocks has 12. But apart from him, I don't think anybody else has more than 6 kills.
Device on the super side is 11, but that's the closest you can see, really. But of course, G2 going to be back on the quasi-buy here. They've got some Tech 9s, and they've got an Ace, so it's going to be going straight in. Karrigan finding the first shot to get it past maybe Device going to be caught off guard there on top of the electrical box. And now, the terrorists, sorry, the counter-terrorists are going to be in for the retake. But look at the positions. The nades are going to force Karrigan out of position as well. So this is perfect. Holding him back for another 7 seconds there with a Molotov. And although dupreeh does have one still to use himself, he's going to be caught between a rock and a hard place as the rest of the terrorists file out and split. Now they've got a perfect crossfire. They're also boosting a player over quad here, so it's going to allow them to easily shut him down. And really, there's no chance he can go for this for the amount of time left on the clock.
He's actually going to meet Smith here. No, he's probably going to be able to save, and G2 will be happy to save 3 guns as well. Yeah, they're not even going for him, even though they know pretty much where he is. Even I think there's Smith. Well, actually decided not to go for that peak just because he has low HP.
Yeah, because G2 won on a quasi-buy, so they obviously didn't have a whole lot of money anyway.
Yep. While Astralis should probably be pretty good on money right now. They won, I think, 4 rounds in a row, and survived with quite a few people in a few of them. Oh, actually
no, they
not
got
that
reset
much.
right in the middle.
Oh yeah, true. That's true. So now. They don't have any more money, not after this round. They were able to rebuy four weapons, and it's still a lot of utility. Well, actually not that much. They don't have any more smokes. They only have flashes, which is interesting to me on Cash especially. But still, there's a lot of pop flashes that you can use, as we see Device actually trading shots with Scream.
Except he's coming out on top of that one. Scream is just doing a bit of damage onto Device, down to 17 HP, I think, or 11? No, it's 11 HP over there. The rest
That's
of them,
a leg shot, pretty much.
Yeah, I think, I'm not sure where Scream was actually, or for that matter. It's just holding down a main, Karrigan saying he's supporting instead, and they still know there's going to be one player over in Squeaky's and Device now Shocks, again, as you said. He's just relentless. He really
I don't think there was a single round where Shocks wasn't behind Squeaky.
That's probably true, to be fair. He really does like Squeaky. It just seems like it's G2's default right there. And RPK, look at that flank. He's going to come in. He's going to force Zipnex to move to quad now. And now he's going to be in the open. Going to be able to take that engagement. And RPK obviously will come out on top. And look at Karrigan, though. He's boosted up into A main. He's got a great position. If they try and go for this A main plant and then they push into A main, he'll be able to finish them off. And also, who's that? Existence coming in from mid. This will be great. I don't think they realize Karrigan. Oh, they must.
I think they do because they actually Nate. Oh, look at that! Existence just knows there's somebody in main somewhere.
Yeah, oh, Shox checks the angle though, but he won't come out on top. Karrigan's going to finish him off, and finally the trade comes out. So it's a 3 versus 2, and the bomb still isn't down. They're going to finally bring it outside of A main. Surely there's no way G2 can take this. cajunb's going to be able to hold him back. He's such low HP. He won't be able to cross out of A main. Look at the spray through the smoke. He's going to be caught off guard by the nade, and there we go. RPK has to get this plant. But he has 3 cajunb coming in at the same time, and cajunb will finish him off though. Complete lack of time management from G2.
Yeah. They just took too much time to actually take out Karrigan from main. They knew very well that he was somewhere in there. They didn't know specifically, though. We could see Shox just jumping around, so Karrigan was actually allowed a free shot. And I think he actually took existence down to about 20 HP. So very well done, very well played from Karrigan, who actually stayed alive there for so long and stalled the timer.
Exactly, and cajunb's going to be boosted up in defense. They haven't broken it from this side as well, which is also very important. So there's no way that G2 can have any information on whether he's in there or not. Obviously, they have the break from the inside, I imagine, but again, they don't really know exactly where he is. He's going to be coming up towards mid. He's just trying to check the angle. The smoke is going to be in the way just at the current time, and cajunb just waiting for some kind of boost coming out from G2, but that's not going to be happening just yet.
Not just yet, for sure. Oh, device coming out on top of that duel against Shox. Shox with that secondary op not working out too well.
Sorry, does Shox have a look as well?
Yep.
So they have double AWP,
yeah, RPK just picked it up.
Why do they have a double AWP and have existence on a pistol?
Not sure.
Maybe they have a strategy based around it. I don't think I agree with that though.
Don't think so.
They're going to drop the optical distance, so at least he has a gun now, but they're down a man and they're running out of time and they need to hurry up and perform some kind of execute or take some mid control. But again, mid control is not going to be easy when you have a player boosted up into vents there on the CT side. So cajunb's going to find that first frag from vents there. Existence going down, and now look, this A main. Look, I love these smooths. This A main push is going to be coming out. The Molotov forcing them back, and Scream is going to be the first to find a frag over towards A. Astralis is going to have to hold this down very easily, very effectively. With only 26 seconds left on the clock, it should be possible for them to deny a bomb plot from the terrorists here. Dupreeh will do exactly that, picking up Borg, going for these taps. It's going to go down to Scream. Scream's going nuts. He's on a 3K already, all headshots, so he finally gets traded out by Xyp9x. And now Smith alone, 1 versus 2. Bomb is down. He's going to go for that first shot. They're not going to challenge him though, so he has to stick this bomb plant, and he doesn't know where they are. But he's still not going for the plant. I'm not sure if he's even got time. He's got to commit to the gunfight, and he goes to the nice one. Nope, 0 time left. I'm not too sure what he's doing after.
He actually died after the timer ran out. I think so. I'm pretty sure he did. Let's see. Let's see how much money he actually has. But I'm almost 100% sure that he actually died after the timer ran out. So that means he will not be getting any money, if I'm correct. Let's see here. Oh, we just missed it. But yeah,
he's on the Glock.
Look at that, a Glock. He literally had 0. He couldn't even afford a flash or anything. So no money for him. That's pretty unfortunate. That
is extremely unlucky. Scream, however, has an AK, which is a good decision at least to throw it to him. Him or Shox probably going to be the better aimers, but Shox has got a deagle. He's going to work. This nade into A main is also going to be existence there. And Device all just missing that shot. Follows up with a pistol, so it's okay. Secures himself a Tech 9, I think, as well. Into the A site, but oh my god, Smith is going to make work with that M4 he picked up for one of the CTs, and Device being dropped. Luckily, dupreeh will be there to get the refrag, though, and the flag is coming out. The bomb is still in A main. Astralis, they've got complete control of this. G2 have done the exact same thing twice in a row. dupreeh needs to commit to the gunfight. He will do so. Shox going down. It's now down to a 2 versus 2, and he's going to run away. So Scream won't even be able to chase him now. Smith finally finds him, and now it's all on cajunb. But look at this position. This is going to be great.
I don't think they will expect this.
No.
I think they saw him somewhere towards CT, so he actually made a really quick rotation.
And that's why they're going for the same main plant here.
Yeah, actually, I think Scream is actually watching his position. No, he's not. He's actually
it's
behind
a default.
quad.
Yeah, it's a default plant, but Scream's just going to be holding towards quad. cajunb just pushing out, slowly clearing the site. They might think he's saving, or
he just missed the player that's going into CT spawn.
Oh no, he's so close now. Smith's going to finish him off. Yeah, I'm not too sure if he took that right. He should have played more close to the wall, or he would have been able to spot out one of those players there. So unlucky to him there. Australia's going to lose yet another round. It's crazy the amount of put together forces that we're seeing G2 win here on the T side.
Yeah, that's the second one actually now. I was kind of a force buy that went their way. Yeah, I mean, Smith is on a Glock without a vest. Nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
Literally no investment from him, so he obviously couldn't.
And still at a good 2K though, anyway. So
yeah, picked up a gun somewhere.
points for Astralis. They got to be losing momentum here, but we're going into the last round of the half here. They've put together what they can on the CT side. Very aggressive position towards mid. I'm not sure if that is Karrigan actually. Just in the smoke, going to run right through it. This is perfect. The CZ he has out. He's going to peek with it, but no. Scream is going to come from mid on the flank and take him down there, so he's just going to commit to the smoke push and shocked. Meanwhile, he's going to take out Zipex, and now it's a 3 versus 5 in the favour of Kinguin.
Yeah, unless Device goes nuts here.
Oh, that flash so unfortunate. Wasting it there. He will go down to the distance now. 2 players remain for Astralis. Make that Device as he sits all the way over in mid. But that's going to be the half. 8-7 there in favour of Astralis. So G2 finally bringing it back with a nice few rounds at the end of it to attempt to equalise the score there.
Yeah, actually a pretty solid half for both teams. I don't think anybody will be too sad about it.
Yeah,
for sure. Astralis towards the end, not the greatest ending to that half. They actually were potentially looking at a 10-5 finish, but that one forced by changed a lot in that whole round. So you have a few replays, some of the highlights from the first half coming in. That shocks 1v3. That actually saved essential force buy win from Astralis.
But look at this buy coming out from G2. They got 5 armoured players on the CT side. They're going to have a double B stack here. They've got enemy control as well, 2 players over towards there, and 1 playing on A. So not even playing Reedtz on A, they're just playing a solo A player at the back of the site. And RPK is going to be at the back of Chambers here. Astralis hot flashing to his smoke, just going to be running to the side for Existence, holding it off with his feet down. RPK going to be missing a few shots, will finally drop the bomb there, picking up a double kill and Device getting that trade, so we're back down to a 3-on-3, but the flank is coming out from Shocks, and he's over in Vents, and they don't even realise this. He can easily push on the B now, and the bomb is down for him, so he has a great position, but Device doesn't let him get anything out of it. PT50 to the face, now 2 versus 3. Make that a 2 versus 2 though. Smith is going to be popping in with a kill of his own, and coming from B main means they have to commit to the default plan, which is not going to be good for afterpart situation. They're going to have to both stick on the site, and it's going to be difficult. They're going to be constantly bumping into each other. They can't leave because Smith is right there to shut them down. He's going to pick up another one, and now Scream and Smith pushing it together, and that'll be the round again to G2. Smith's picking up a triple kill that round.
Astralis had such a bad position in there. The default plant, both players on the same spot. If one of them was behind quad, maybe they could have played a little bit of a crossfire there, but just not working out. They didn't have the time to actually adjust positions. So G2 definitely were favored to win that round in the end. Not before that, but when it actually came down to the 2v2, I did see G2 coming out on top.
Well, if we have a look at the buy,
what is this?
Sorry, what is this? It's got to be some
a single
miscommunication.
AK with 2 Glocks and 2 P250.
That literally requires someone to buy it for him. And of all people, like cajunb, of all people to pick up a rifle.
I don't know who.
That could have been done on Device.
But it doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't anybody else buy though?
Yeah, no one else got armor. That's got to be a miscommunication. Maybe it was a call to drop a rifle, and then he went, oh no, I changed my mind. Something. That doesn't make any sense in any conceivable world.
Doesn't.
No, and yeah, and they're going to suffer from it. That really doesn't make sense though, because even if they're dropping rifles, which is fine, say 2 rifles and a bunch of Glocks and not Glocks, so Tech 9s and armor, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
But they had 4 Glock players and 1 rifle player.
Well, there was a P250 in the mix,
3,
but yeah, but I think
no armor.
Yeah, I don't understand the buy. I really don't.
And no nades at all. They could afford nades.
Yeah,
That's
as
gotta
you
be
said, it has to be a miscommunication. I really don't understand why you would just buy 1 gun and a vest.
Yeah.
It makes no sense at all.
That is really strange. Either way, Scream has heard the guys who's going to be picking out. We'll go down to a Glock somehow. I don't know how that happened, but regardless, it's back down to a 2 versus 2. We've had a player drop from G2 as well, so that's unlucky for them. I think they'll be back. That will just be Existence. No, sorry, not Existence. That'll be Scream. We should be back in a minute, I'm sure. Oh, he's got no Steam log on arrow, you can see in the bottom left. But
this is actually plausible for Astralis.
I'm upset that it's plausible. It shouldn't be plausible. Oh no, it's not. Smith has a great position. He's going to finish off the Device there, and now there's only 1 player left.
Wow.
With 12
At the
seconds
same
left on the
time.
clock. He should be able to get the bomb plant fairly easily, Smith. Going to be rotating in, but if he can take 2 1-versus-1s, he's not going to do so. Existence is going to take him down. And I think he knew he didn't have armor there. I think they all knew that no one had armor.
Yeah,
so that's why. Yeah, I think if he had armor, he wouldn't have committed to that 1-versus-1.
Maybe not. He was a little late to the party because he actually managed to put down a bomb.
Yeah.
But still, he kind of jumped the gun on that, but still came out on top.
You know what I find more amazing? The fact that Astralis picked up 3 kills with Glocks.
with 1 AK and like 3 Glocks and a P250. Yeah.
With no armor.
I don't know how that happened. Especially that device kill. I have no idea.
Yeah.
He had to have like 2 dinks and
he dink body shot. Which I don't know how. Yeah.
How do you make that happen with no vest?
And not receiving a bullet.
I don't understand,
But
really.
now look, so Karrigan clearly dropped the rifle, because now he's on unless he drops it now. Oh, who knows? No one understands this game. Nothing's making sense. We'll just go back into it. Let's not try and analyze that. That's going to be some kind of error. Let's just get on with that. But Karrigan going to be down on a Tech 9. We've seen him do this pretty much every half so far.
Yeah.
Out of this
at least one he's done it.
Yeah, at least once a map at least.
Yeah.
Once or twice a map. And he's going to be back on this Tech 9, which he's obviously very capable with, and the rest of them are just going to be going for these rifles. 4 rifles here. Plenty of nades to work with somehow. Obviously a good kind of eco/buy. And let's boost up into towards mid. Device will be challenging. This one's just going to drop down. But look at that dink from Scream. Lovely aim. He's going to be able to tag him right in the head there. And meanwhile, Astralis are boosting into there, dropping towards the B site. But RBK standing on top of the box is going to be picking up 1 instant trade from dupreeh there. But existing, they don't realise he's pushed all the way into mid. They have no mid control here. They're going to be finished off, and he's in all the way in their spawn there. They can hopefully try and get this trade to try and equalise the score. But Scream, you can see he's coming in from the right. He's going to be trying to stop them. But actually, Zipex, he's going to be cornered. This is not looking good for Zipex. They're duck hunting right now. They surrounded him. There's no way he can go. The only place he can go is Squeaky, but you can see they've still got the angle to hold off Squeaky.
This is going to be like the main duel.
Yeah, there we go. He's going to find that shot though, and now his teammate can rotate in. You can see dupreeh's come all the way from CT spawn and gone into the A site, and he thinks they're coming from mid, but actually they're going to be flanking through A main, I imagine. So they both push together at the same time. This will be great. It's not going to be an A main flank.
Did he see him?
No, he didn't. But he's got to have heard him. They know one's coming from main at least, and both of them pushing in from main. If Astralis don't pick this, I think this should be okay. But oh my goodness, this is a huge shot. Scream. It's going to take down Zifnix, and now Existence taking out dupreeh. I'm not sure why he would peek there in this situation with 2 players up in A main. Maybe if there was 1, but 2.
Yeah, I don't think they expected both players to come out from main. I don't think they actually expected a single one coming out from main. So that's why they kind of got caught in the open, because both of those players actually peeked out. Zipex, I think it was the inside who actually tried to help dupreeh on the CT spawn, because he was in the middle of nothing, and there's nothing dupreeh could have done against 2 guns. So the site player actually tried to help him, but both players actually lost the duel. So pretty much that's what it came down to.
Yeah. Now Astralis with another bit of a force buy hit. 2 rifles, 3 Tech 9s are going to just run straight out onto the A side. Nothing to lose. Existence and Smith both got the fighting headshots down. Really out the right landing a shot. And actually Scream coming in again. This is just a complete shutdown. Scream just running through smoke at this point. They have so much confidence in the combat can be stopped. Only about a millisecond. And Molotov also follows up and pulls Cajun out of the site. And he's going to get taken down from Existence over from the highway. So G2, they've got to have so much confidence now. They're 11-8 up. So again, they are only 3 rounds up. But the influence that comes from that, obviously the economical influence, they're building up the C tier economy. They're impacting so badly on the tier economy, and Astralis have to be tilting. Look at the force buy again.
But we've seen so many force buys work in this game.
Not on this match.
Well, not in this one, but in this series we actually did CSU. But mostly from G2 actually.
Oh, Shox, he's going to be pushed all the way up in mid. Karrigan going down, and then G2 can just settle back and relax.
I was actually a little bit worried that you were going to drop the bomb. Oh, Shox.
No, oh, Shox. No. But regardless, he's just got a wall bang into main. Oh no, that would have been too squeaky for. Very impressive.
No. I mean, Shox. Does Shox have to play Squeaky even as CT? He's actually around there somewhere.
Yeah,
so that's
he does like his A site.
Yeah. He just has like a corner where he plays all the time. Doesn't matter on which side.
Yeah, and Astralis going towards B main. Yeah,
it's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
RPK has to go huge here.
But he has no nades, that's the issue. So he can't hold off his push. He has to fight it, and he's going to do so. Oh, Cajun, lovely peek there. He's going to come out on top of the engagement, finishing off RPK. And now this round should be going to Astralis here, because they have 4 players on the site. They have the bomb down, and they can plot for wherever they like. G2 is so slow to retake this and not even committing to this. I'm not sure if they're going to even go for this. No. G2 going for the safe. That's a good decision. I like how they can realise that they have got no chance of retaking that.
They were in no position to actually try and retake. Had they had some, wow. Oh, I thought
boost
they were
is-
getting for for a triple boost. Not really. But yeah, had they had a little bit of a better position, maybe somebody up on the highway, they could have tried at least get one kill and then make it a 3v3, and then it's kind of possible. When you actually give that time to Astralis to adjust positions, to actually set up a good crossfire for that 4v3, then it's pretty much round over.
Yeah, but the reason Astralis have been buying so many Galils is because they've been losing players, and even when they win rounds, so they're not going to be chasing for these rifles. Let G2 save them, but the thing is, while I agree with the decision by Astralis for not chasing for the rifles, it's going to allow G2 obviously pick up an AWP if they need to, and also
I think they do have one right now.
yeah, and also have full rifles with no issue. Whereas if they chase them, they would have an issue with buying full rifles and an AWP as well. No AWP.
Yeah, but Astralis really need that bank too.
Yeah, they could have afforded it, but they're just going to stick with the rifles. But yeah, there's no reason for Astralis to chase it, but it's a real issue because G2 still got 2 good buys coming out of this.
Yeah, they could still break Astralis here actually in this round, so that's definitely a factor. Again, G2 potentially could pick up 2 rounds in a row. And I think the same actually goes for Astralis as well. I think G2 actually are not too good on money.
Seems not. Device, I'm not sure if he's going to check the play just below him over in mid. He tends to check the spot, but there's going to be one just close to his left. I'm sure he's heard him. No. There's no way.
Didn't. I don't think so.
No, he would have turned around by now and tried to get the frag, but there's 2 players pushing resistance. Going to go down, but the trade should be fast on the player on his left. He's going to pull out the flashbang. Device called out guard, and there we go. RPK landing there. So that's okay. I think Astralis back down to a 4-on-4. dupreeh almost got that trade frag there, got the hot flash coming out from his teammate actually. Device threw out the flash, and then he died. If Device hadn't thrown out that flash, that would have been the trade from dupreeh and then put them in a 3 versus 4, but regardless. Astralis, they're okay with a 4 versus 4, I'm sure. Could have been better, but they've still got a bit of an advantage in terms of equipment here.
A tiny bit, especially it kind of favors Steez, especially when you trade evenly. Just because you can spread the defense thin. As you can see, we have 2 players, one in main actually very aggressively, and one kind of hanging around middle. And then, so Shox is probably going to be the main guy here.
Oh, but this is a good push into Squeaky, because obviously it doesn't give away. You can't peek into Squeaky like you peek into maybe get the information like you did earlier. But RPK, are you joking? He comes in from highway, picks up a double headshot, a triple kill, and still goes down in the end, but he's done his damage. Zipex, last
Look
alive.
at Shox. He was
1
just playing it
versus
so
8.
smart. Even though he probably.
Oh no, he doesn't realise.
Oh wow, he probably let RPK die there, so he could have peeked, but he was playing it ultra safe. He just didn't take any chance at all.
And that's
like I'm just gonna let my teammate die, but I'm gonna win the round for sure.
Yeah.
Not like there's a just don't let like a 5% chance for him to win the round.
That's what people
So
on
it was
matchmaking call baiting.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Happy, where are you? Got a fast play.
Yeah. Oh my god, Device could have got that knife kill. He pulls out the headshot and screams. Scream not looking towards the angle, obviously avoiding the flashbang there, and Device couldn't land that, so no idea what happened there. Very unlucky. Device very fast, and it's always good to see his flashy plays come out at the start of the round where he just rushes something like mid. And Cash mid is so easy to get that first pick there, and Existence just biding his time and eventually looking out like Device will have a no score user after 30 seconds. Existence comes up that double. He knows the player's low on the left there, and his teammate Shox is going to support him. So 4 versus 3 now, and Astralis have to come back from the deficit.
Not a great position to be in for Astralis. Just look at that. They have 3 players, all of them spread out. Wow, Cajun, what a shot on RPK.
There's still a player up in vent. Shox has got support from Existence, so even if Existence goes down, Shox will be right there to support. And Cajun takes out Existence.
They have to know, though.
They've got to know. They saw Shox in mid after he took out dupreeh, but regardless, Shox is going to go ham. He's going to pick up a triple kill over towards the B site. Karrigan last alive, 1 versus 2 situation here. Bomb is down in favour, and he's going to be going forwards the peak. And what is Shox doing? This is perfect. He's just holding, waiting for his teammate to join him. And Karrigan's going to walk into his site. But Karrigan still comes out on top of the engagement, and the trade will come out from Smith. So I'm absolutely nuts. I have no idea how that happened.
Yeah, Shox's game sense is
It's just perfect.
Yeah.
Like he knew he was going to peak in there.
Yeah, exactly. You can tell that Shox is just a very smart player in these situations. 3 kills as well.
But
Like, look at that.
Yeah, just
This was pretty much skill.
And they knew he was there.
Yeah, look at that. That one, pretty much 1 shot. Well, like 4 shots, let's say, but it was really fast from him. Tactical pause actually coming out of Astralis, and that's
Yeah.
that's obviously understandable. They lost 2 rounds in a row right now, I think. So, and they are not good on money. I think they had about 3K, about 3.5 at most. So that's not going to be a great buy if they do end up buying. I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure I would advise for that. I don't think so. They still have a little bit of time, but they would need to win that and the following round, obviously. So let's see what they actually come up with.
Oh,
I could still see them buying it though. Like you can see that it's still 3.5. It's not going to be very good. But I wouldn't be surprised if they actually did. Just because they feel pressured. It's 13-9. If they do end up ecoing or just on a quasi buy, it's most likely going to be 14-9. And it's quite a lot of rounds to be up against.
It's just going to be so difficult for Astralis to come back into this.
Yeah.
Because obviously, they're down on the deficit.
They do buy.
Yeah.
As I said,
it's a smart buy because obviously if they do go for the eco.
I think the couple of players that have Tech 9s actually bought AKs. No, probably not actually. dupreeh probably had more money than I thought, but most of the players actually had not a great buy. Apart from dupreeh, nobody really has a full one. cajunb device still. At least on guns, there's a good over there, and then makes some Karrigan with the unzippers with a couple of Tech 9s. So not great for sure, as I said. It is kind of feasible. They have a couple of nades to work with as well, so it's not a completely rational buy.
No, it's not just going to be a whitewash from G2.
Yeah,
I imagine.
They do have to take their time here though, and figure out where they're going to go.
But the B push is going to be coming in fight. So the players are pushing in towards back. This is only a default, but they've established some serious depth in map control. I don't think RPK realised Cajun crossed, and he will find the frag. So that's a good trade there. They can drop a player from G2, and this aggression from Shocks up in A main is going to get punished too from Device. So actually, Astralis looking good despite having 2 pistols in their team. The only thing they've got to watch out for is the A main play. That's going to be Smith's there, and Scream pushing aggressively towards mid. But this boost early round from Karrigan is very good. Shame he only had a Tech 9 or only do 50, but it's going to ward Scream back into his position on A. I'm sure they realise that's why they're going for this B push.
All in existence here on the B site.
Existence has to do something massive here. They're going to be filing in. Filing into the side. Existence go to the spray. He lands 1. He's going to pick up almost 2, but Device will trade him down. Sorry, and Smith's also going to be last alive as Scream is dropped from heaven. Lovely shot from Cajun, and I think Smith is just going to be going for this exit or save scenario here. It would be a bad idea to really commit to this when you have so little money to rebuy the AWP.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a great idea. Just a couple of good trades from Astralis, really. They just again spread the defense thin. With those couple of trades, Shocks actually went aggressive, and in A main again, that flash I was talking about, it's not that powerful unless you actually catch somebody right in the open. If there's somebody behind the box,
yeah,
he's always gonna see, because there's so much covered by the box. It's just it's not such a great play anymore. Before it used to be a pretty strong, because it's an instant hot flash, right? People found a way against it. There's always somebody right behind the box, so it really comes down to timing. And Sharks just didn't have it.
Always true. But Astralis taking double digits. They will get their 10th with a roughly put together force buy, and therefore obviously able to move forward now. Probably no AWP just yet on Device. They need to win a couple more in a row to win that. But Smith's obviously saving the AWP. G2 going to be force buying around him, and I think that's a good decision, because obviously they've still got this FAMAS on Shocks, which has been very good this map. And rest of them are pistols. They've been playing close angles. We've been seeing some good work from RPK as well.
I actually do not like this buy from
Really?
G2. Not really, because Smith's, at least he would have he had the potential to maybe go for a couple of picks with the AWP. They have a 3-round cushion. I don't see the point in buying right now, because they actually do have a little bit of time. So they can't take that time, but they do want to break biggest straws, obviously.
That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to reset these teams to guarantee the map.
Look at that. Smith did that, and he didn't even have to do that with a buy from the other guys.
Yeah, he just picks up a double kill instantly in B main. But of course, if they reset this, they've won the match, because Astralis will be on a
Most
double
likely,
eco. Yeah, Astralis have no money, so they'll be on pretty much a double eco. Or they'll be on a single eco, sorry. And then they'll be on a force buy.
Yeah,
Pretty much like
it would still be a really bad buy.
Yeah, so
on that following round.
that's why I understand it. Oh God, Smith just
Oh
shoot.
wow.
Oh, that's upsetting. His aim knocking through there and not shooting is so upsetting for Smith. It does have a tag actually through dupreeh there, device, so a lot of damage done at least. His team is going to be able to come in. These pistols will excel at, finishing with players with 17 device. Nope, the wallbang's going to do it instead. Karrigan being finished off, and device and Zipex are going to be last to slide over here on the end side. Obviously down, they're running out of time, and this is going to be working excellently. Zipex going down, and the round going to G2. So now the loss bonus of Astralis, sorry, is going to be reset. I just lost that for a second. I was like, TSM? No. Astralis is going to be reset. And we are going to see them with basically no money, securing G2 match point. Well, Astralis obviously are going to be buying up here. No. They never eco.
I mean,
they'll get some gloves.
Yeah, they probably will. Yeah, exactly.
Just Tech 9s. Astralis never play for the tie.
I'm going to wait for this rush to come in because it's probably going to come in pretty fast. Before I actually make my point from the previous round. Yeah, let's see what happens now.
Yeah, it's pushing straight onto the site. RPK, though, he has a very good position here, and Molotov is supporting him. If we can get a flash from his teammate, you can see existence over towards the B site. This could be very good in terms of just completely whitening out Astralis before he peeks out. And the smoke will come out, deep smoke this time, so we can just peek over and wait for the push from the terrorists. And they're not actually going to be committed to this. Bomb is joining them, but they are just waiting a bit more time. Finally, the flash will go out, and they're going to be pushing on. Perfect Molotov placement. RPK is going to peek out, and he will find one dupreeh fast straight there onto RPK, but existence is still alive on the site. He's finishing off dupreeh, and there's still 3 more players coming in fast, but Scream also supporting, and this is just going to be a round going to G2. Existence does actually kill shocks, but collateral damage is just a part of CS, as Zifex is last alive here. Nice flash from G2 there, up through upper. Now, Zifex is going to have a struggle finding anything. He did a pretty good headshot onto Scream, though, and there's still 2 more to find. This 1 versus 3 is going to be extremely difficult, though.
He only has a flash, too.
Oh my God, he's going to hit it. This could be doable now.
Yeah,
Zifex.
He just picked up a smoke, too.
Zifex pulls out the AK, the rush through the smoke zone. Oh my God, Zifex, he gets it. Takes out Smith as well, and that 1 versus 3, I didn't know that was even going to happen. How the hell did the Astralis pull anything out of that round? They had no investment.
I have no idea. The rotation was so good. You could tell that they already had a guy in sight. In CT, after RPK died, it literally took like about 5 seconds before they actually had 3 more people on the site. And a 3v1 from Zipex, that's just amazing at this point, because that's just a lifeline
but how does
for
he do
Astralis.
It?
That one shot on headshot was so good. And then picking up a smoke, obviously super lucky, just pretty much just running through a smoke, picking it up. It helped him so much, but I don't understand what Smith was doing there. I'm pretty sure he knew that that Zipex had low HP, so why would you do that? Just take your time.
I agree. I understand why he did it, to surprise him, but I guess it could have been done a lot better.
Yeah.
What he was trying to do is he was trying to catch him off guard instead of just guaranteeing, a fair, equal aim battle where it's whoever hits the first shot wins, really. Mm-hmm. So instead of taking the aim battle, which, again, he was more likely to win because of the low HP on ZFX, he wanted to surprise him and do something crazy, and that shouldn't have happened. So I have no idea how that happened. you can't account for those kind of things, and it turns out very well for Astralis. And it's turning out even better as dupreeh picks up the first goal. This is just going to be an eco from G2, so a complete whitewash round from Astralis, just finishing them off slowly but surely, and then getting his bomb down here on the B site and securing 12. If this turns out to be a win for Astralis, G2 are going to kick themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Those 3 guys that lost the duels in that 1v3 are going to be kicking themselves.
Yeah, it's not just Smith running through the smoke. Existence was challenging on the site against the Tech 9. Again,
wow.
Why did he need to do that? He didn't need to challenge.
Yeah.
It's all about taking engagements it's all about taking the engagements that you know you're going to win.
Yep.
Instead of just taking a fair battle. Again, Tech 9s are nuts. Like, those guns are insane.
Yeah, they can be, for sure. Yeah, G2, I'm wondering if they actually end up double ecoing. Let's see. I don't know how much money they have. I didn't. No, probably not. No, not at this point. They probably will have an op on Sharks, I would imagine. I wouldn't be surprised if Sharks ends up picking up an op right now, even though he had about 5.1. But let's see what they end up buying here. They still have some time for a timeout as well. I do think only Astralis used one up until this point.
Yeah.
So in case they lose this one, I would say the timeout will come in. look at that. I really don't understand Smith's thinking behind this.
I'm not too sure. No HP on Zipek, so you gotta see why he did it. It's just that he didn't execute. You know, if he did it, we would have got great play. But
Yeah.
on paper,
Shark's
that's
actually not with an op. Actually ended up going for the M4. So 5 and 4, no op. Oh wow, Cajun.
bit of a fail flash there.
Disgraceful.
But yeah, this lack of auto G2 can be an issue. Obviously, the device does have one, so you'll be able to get some good kills with that. It's also very useful for post-plant scenarios as well, if he stays alive for that long. The first kill is going to come from Karrigan. He's pushing out onto the other side, trying to follow up with the second, but Smith is fast with the trade, and Scream is also going down to the template. And now 3 players alive. Make that 2. As the site is taken control by Astralis. And this is actually looking like Astralis could bring this back to 14, because G2 will be on a force buy or an eco after this round anyway, so this is not going to be too good for the Frenchman. As G3 tries to find another one, but Existence takes them down instead, and I think they just got to go for the save. They're on the other side of the map with no kit.
I would imagine now would be the time for the timeout to come in. Either now or after this round, because they probably have to end up ecoing, or at least the 3 guys that actually died. So if they do end up saving both of these guns, we could see a force by actually. Wow, Existence missing a couple shots, but then again, RPK was actually there to set up a crossfire. So let's see how much money they have. It's not going to be too much on the 2.4. They actually, I think they will end up buying, because they can drop a couple of FAMASs. The 2 guys that survived can drop a couple of FAMASs, so I would imagine they will buy up. Oh, they don't actually. So they are going to for like kind of the safe route. The quasi buy exactly.
Maybe not even quasi buy. Only Shocks has got armor there.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Oh, but dupreeh firing that first frag. Existence is going to go down, and Astralis competing solidly for this. Still the AWP device yet to be used in the last couple of rounds significantly, and Karrigan just holding towards the B push, and G2 aren't getting too aggressive despite not having anything ready to work with. I think this is the time, because obviously when we see G2 go full aggressive, pop flash our team through areas, we see them do very well in those kind of scenarios. Like we saw, especially, I can't remember, was it Overpass? No, it wasn't Overpass, it was Train. They were constantly getting aggressive on Ivy. Yeah. And on B when they were on CT, and they were doing very well. And they were picking up early frags, and it was what was enabling them to get so many CT rounds. They ended up with 9-6 if I'm correct. So that's just exactly what they need to do in this scenario. They're struggling and they haven't been aggressive. Try it, because they can be brilliant. Oh,
nice shot from
dupreeh. Dirty shot, yeah.
2 more rounds. Now the timeout actually comes in. So yeah, that's pretty much what I expected. Either after the eco or before it. Doesn't really matter. But now G2 have to bring this back, because Astralis momentum on their side. It is going to be an important one for sure. If G2 end up losing this, they will not have any money for the last round. While Astralis, I think, especially with surviving with 4 people, and that 5 people actually, all of them survived in last round. So that means they will not have a problem buying up again if Titan pick up the match point actually. We are a round away from one of the team's match point.
Here's the best round we missed again, of course. Zipex picking up a double. It looks like when he repicks it, looks like he gets that triple.
But this one's actually pretty nice.
He gets a side, he peeks back and he gets the wall bang there. You can see in the top right, the wall bang.
I think it was through the railing though, not through the wall.
Oh really?
I think so.
I thought it was through the window.
I think it was just like a little bit delayed, as in like a wanted type shot.
It couldn't have been, because the guy was above the railing and it was a headshot, so it must have been the wall.
I guess. I don't know. It's tough to say. Felt like he actually shot before he hit.
He might have done, I don't really know.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. Just pondering over bullshit.
Astralis, 14-14, and we're going to see no AWP up on G2 here. Just the kit on shock, so that's a bit of an issue, obviously, if Astralis get the bomb down here. And device, again, with the AWP, this is so close. This is the scary part of the match.
This is where G2 really need to bring this back
It's
to
where
be able to be competitive on this map.
It's where the teams know they're tired, and if one of them loses a round, they know, the other team's going to go, Got to get to overtime.
But for G2, this is actually much more important to win. As I said, they will not have any money for the last round if they end up losing this, while Astralis should not have a problem buying up at least a solid buy, I think.
You can see, obviously, Cage is running just there. He's got plenty to work with. Existence. Look at this aggression. This is exactly what I said was required, and they don't even flash through. Just go straight in the wall. Karrigan goes down. Devices with the quick trade, but Scream. He's going to go for the double kill. He doesn't land it. He does land it, sorry. Almost the triple as well, but Cajun is going to finish him off, and Cajun and Zipex are going to be last two alive here, so this is going to be difficult here for Astralis. The bomb is down. I'm not sure if that was a default plan. If it was, then
I think it was next to the site, actually, so it was a kind of in the middle of the site, so it should be well planted for Zipex, actually.
I think it was. I'm not sure if it was default. We'll be able to see.
No, it wasn't default.
Well, Zipex is still holding off in the vent here. He's going to be holding Smiths off. He's still got existing challenging him. He's going to go down, so it's all on Cajun's shoulders. 1 versus 3, and they're going to be coming in from every area of the map here. All players. He takes one. He goes for the second, but Shox is going to shut him down. And G2, as you said, they needed that round, and they got it. 15-14, and we're up to the very last match point.
We're potentially looking at an overtime here.
Yeah.
Especially with that plan, I'm sure Astralis will be able to buy fully. Look at that money. I think Device had about 12k going into this. Zipex still at 9. So pretty much more money than they actually need in this round. No off for Device this time, so I would actually guess they would go for something fast right now. Let's see. They could end up going for something faster towards 8, looks like.
Could. It's so hard to tell really at this point. Astralis, yeah, no, you're right. Going faster all day. 5 players actually, in fact, they're not even running small factors. This boost is going to be great. Smith is going to get that first frag. It does quickly get traded out, but Device is caught over in Squeaky here. Pop Flash is going out. Shox right clicks and he's going to be waiting for the push. Karrigan needs to do something, but Existence is going to shut him down now. And Zipex getting the trade is back down to a 3-on-3, and it's just going back and forth in favour of no team right now. They do have control of the site, but look at this flank. They're completely going back towards the B site. This is huge, and I think G2 have already realised.
The long route though.
But G2, instant rotation.
Yeah.
They don't even think it's some kind of fake. They haven't cleared A at all. They're already rotating.
They have no idea
over.
That's the problem. They have no information whatsoever right now.
They need to push into A main, but it could be detrimental, making them lose a round.
This is going to be all on Scream. If he doesn't have at least 1 kill, I think without 2.
Without 2, he's going to struggle. But he's spotted the leg, so he can call the rotate. You can see both players from CT are going to be rotating down into the B side now. He knows he's not going to be able to this one. Scream will land one. The trade does come out, so it's a 2 versus 2, and the bomb is going to go and be planted on the site. Please don't go for a default plant, or I'm going to kick myself. No, he goes for a good B main plant here, so that should be okay for I think that's Cajun. No, sorry, Zipex to hold that off. Over in B main there and in checkers. He's going to be peeking out though. Both players have dropped down. Oh, sorry, have fallen out. One dropped down. RPK is still here in the corner. Zipex is waiting for the peek, and RPK not giving any information away. He needs to go into checkers. He hasn't cleared it. He's going to check the wrong angle, and now the time is ticking away. He hasn't got a kit. Finally picks one up, but Zipex is going to shut him down. Astralis securing 15-15, and overtime is on, boys.
Overtime is on for sure.
So we've had 2
pretty close maps.
Yeah, 2 really close maps, and then overtime on the 3rd. This is the competition, and
it's only based on that Zipex clutch pretty much.
Yeah,
that 1v3 changed the entirety of the map pretty much. G2 just had it in the bag, and they lost it right there and then.
Yeah, what a match.
Yeah, so far.
Do casters get a break? I think we need and the casters pause, time out.
No, I do think it's not going to take too long for the teams to have a bit of a chat and figure out what the mindset is going to be like in the overtime here.
I think we're just going to probably take a couple of minutes break while we wait for the teams to get ready. Well, not break, but we'll stay here and chat. But I think we're just going to be waiting a couple of minutes for the teams to get ready.
Yeah, it's probably going to take a few minutes.
I hope you won't judge me to get a drink, because I am dying of thirst, as Ken did but 1 second.
Yeah, not really. This is a pretty long map, to be fair. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. Thank you, production, because this is the shift from Astralis. That 1v3, really important from Zipex. Really, G2 just threw a lifeline for Astralis right there, and Astralis didn't wait to take it.
I'm nice and refreshed with my warm water.
Nice.
Yeah, it's boiling here in the studio.
Yeah.
But yeah, I honestly don't have an analysis. This is going crazy. Just as we said, Astralis was out at about the 12-8 mark.
Yep.
Ooh, they just bring it back with an insane comeback, and you know, each round just gets more nutty and nutty. And
Would actually like to see the table right now because it would be
the scoreboard.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're going to be going straight into overtime though. Here we go.
26 frags on Device on the other side, 25 on Shocks, I believe. So pretty even across the board.
So MR3 overtime, of course.
Yep.
First, oh my god, that wallbang Zipex put Scream down to 50 instantly.
Ouch.
Nice spray control. But of course, MR3. So first team to get 4 rounds is going to secure the map. If both teams get 3 rounds, we go on to a double overtime, which is very common actually. And you know how close this game has been, it's always possible. And with 10k, we actually 4 players into eco on MR3, quite possibly. And Karrigan, first frag taking that Smith's over on the A site, so Zipex also going to chime in, and this is already going well for Astralis. They're forcing G2 into a horrible economical situation. Of course, if they pick up that first win at T-side, G2 will probably have to eco. They didn't buy up an AWP this round, so that's the only positive for G2 really at this point. They're already down to 1 player, and that's going to be Existence. Not going to be trying to ace this, just going to have to go for the save.
It's pretty much the same thing as I was saying with the Device. When he actually died, when he actually got the frag the first round, and then died in the other, Astralis won the first, lost the other. It's the same thing with Smiths right now. He just got caught in the A side with an op. Totally out in the open, died. A completed round for Astralis.
Not a single death for them.
Yeah. Definitely not going to have a problem with economy at all.
No.
While on the other side, G2 not getting anything out of this.
Yeah, because that's the thing you got to take into account. Because G2 spent over half their money in that first round.
Yeah.
And it all banks
Look at
on
that.
winning
They
it.
already have almost no money whatsoever.
They have no money. They have basically.
They have like up to 1k every single player.
I think the issue of OT is there should be, because it's so random in MR3, there should be a bigger loss bonus for both teams.
Or just set it as 16k. Although at that point you actually can kind of you can abuse the auto snipers, like, and the ability to buy all the auto snipers.
No,
that's something that I don't like about.
I disagree with making it 16k. I think you need a bigger loss bonus. I think you need to start on the $2,400 loss bonus, then 2,900. I think that would be more fair than starting on 1,400. Because then you have a chance. Once you get to the third round, you have no chance. You're on an eco, and you shouldn't be on eco. This is meant to be about skill.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if you lose the first round, you're pretty much lost. Like that's the issue.
Yeah.
It's hard to come back, and you can see it's exactly showing off. Karrigan picks up a crazy spinning headshot onto screen. They're basically like my matchmaking games, all this, but G2 are going to be at a deficit here. 3 players remaining, and they are going to play a bit aggressive. This is exactly how Astralis play. Smith hasn't cleared this angle. Zipex is going to peek up, and they don't realise either of them are there until later. And Smith finally secures that frag, so they've tried to equalise it. And of course, the HP, as you're pointing out on Astralis, is extremely low.
Very low indeed. Karrigan, don't think he's going to be able to take any duels from Squeaky here. He's probably going to have to wait for his teammate to come out from main.
Oh, this move, and there. Smith went for it, but no, he's going to get shut down from dupreeh, and I'm not sure where he came from. From
middle.
Mid. No mid control, bit of unlucky communication between dupreeh and Shocks is going to pick up a double kill, so this is actually completely turned around. The low HP on Karrigan makes this easily doable, but no, dupreeh's still coming in hot, and Shocks, they know his position. He's going to come up with a flank, and he doesn't turn around, but you know, props to him for committing to that singular gunfight. Yeah. And he's going to go down regardless.
Shocks has been so consistent on this map. Look at that. I think 26 frags up until this point, so 28 at the start of the overtime, pretty much. 27, actually.
Yeah,
not sure where my math was going.
But we're up into the last round of the first half, and look at this. G2 are already at an eco, so 14. They've got 2 rifles, 3 pistols, whereas Device has still got his AWP, and the rest of them are on full Molotov smokes, flashes, nades, and AKs. So,
yeah, look at that.
All it's going to take, if Astralis secure this one, which is more than likely, all it's going to take is 1 round on the CT side, and obviously on the most favored
side. I mean,
side.
G2 can do the same thing. That's the problem. If they do end up taking 2 rounds without dropping too many people, it's going to be the same thing. And without anyone saving, obviously. Because even if in 1 round a couple of guns saved, then it's a totally different story. You would have 2 more guns right now on a couple of players of G2, but they just lost all players in both of their rounds, and that's the problem.
But the thing is, is Astralis is better at the force buys like this. If Astralis is in this position, they'd be far more experienced than GA. G2?
Yeah.
GA, I was looking G2, I don't know where that G2. I was thinking games. Go on.
Yeah.
G2 Kinguin, they're going to be far more experienced. Oh, dupreeh, that flash timing, perfect play from Shox. He's going to peek out with it just as we were praising him there. And this is great over towards the B site. They've got 2 players up in the back. Existence is going to peek out on the first one. He's only got a pistol, so he'll go down. And then his supporting player, RPK, I think that is, will be able to peek out and secure some frags. So he needs to hurry up and peek before they spot out both players. Existence going down. And still RPK at the back of the site. He's going to pick up a double kill. And they finally trade him out, but also Device with a 180 flex shot turns it into a 2-on-2 there. That could have been very good with the G2, but nope, Karrigan's going to be holding offense, and he's shutting down Smith, leaving just Scream in a 1 versus 2, and then Scream could shut down Karrigan here. Device wouldn't even be too much of a challenge with such low HP, but it's not going to go in the way of him. Astralis securing 3 rounds to 0 on the first overtime, and all they need is 1.
3-0. It was still pretty close, to be fair, but Shox actually missed a pretty key spray there. That
they're going for high fives, like they're enjoying this.
yeah, not bad. Everybody's like, yeah, we got this.
But what I'm looking forward to see is Astralis versus Dignitas. That is going to be a nuts game. Dignitas has been on point.
If they do end up meeting, yeah.
And you know he needs to cast that. Nathan needs to cast that because he loves. Oh no, he said if he sees a Dignitas versus Astralis game, he doesn't want to cast it because he wants to watch it because he wants to
Just to enjoy it. Yeah.
the 2 Danish teams.
Of course.
Instead of casting, which will be fair enough.
And no fanboys and.
Yeah, no fanboys because he's obviously friends with players from both teams.
Yeah.
So you know doesn't want to do that. But either way, all it's going to take is one just little shove off the edge of the cliff that Astralis need just to finish off G2.
One little mistake from G2 and it's over.
Pretty much. 1 round. And G2 have got to pick up 3.
And remember, this is for the first place in Group B as well.
Yeah. It's very close.
Yeah. Whoever wins this overtime actually goes directly to semifinals.
Yeah.
That's something that needs to be noted.
So it's also a very important. It secures them. What is it? $30,000 instead of being in the 20,000 region.
Yeah, I think so.
So it secures them
20,000 is for the fourth place, so I think it secures them 20,000.
Yeah, that's right.
It's 80, 50, 30, and 20. Let's see, actually.
So, yeah, it secures him basically $30,000. But here we go. Zipex, look at this smoke push. He could do massive damage here. He's going to run right through, pick up 1. He does a lot of spray. Doesn't quite connect the shots. Will finally back off there, but he's done his damage. Scream is so low, and it's going to be easy for the rest of his team to just mop up the blood that was spilt by Zipex there. And Karrigan is also going to be able to throw out a molly, forcing back shots. And this should be the game here. There we go. Astralis 19-15. Secure the flawless overtime there in the 3rd map. And a very good best of 3. That was my favourite best of 3 of today. And of yesterday as well.